Alright, I'm gonna say stuff now. I shall say them loudly and maybe a bit more expressively than I normally do. Now I won't. But I will play some guitar while I talk. This one. Like that. I love on Twitch. These girls want to learn guitar, so I'll try to give them advice. They don't listen to you. Like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. This is just for content. I don't really want to learn guitar. I just do it for content. People play guitar and I like music, so I'm gonna learn. Pretend I'm gonna learn guitar. Thank you. That was good, right? So I'm like, yeah, why don't you first learn chords? Because most songs are made of chords. All songs that you love are constructed of chords. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's a chord there, and then usually another 4 beats. There's another chord there, and they all strung together. Usually, they don't need to change that quickly. It's usually either 2 beats and a chord, or something like that. You know, learn chords. That's the first thing. Get a chord book and learn chords. But before that, even learn how the feel of the guitar. So while you're watching TV, just sit there and just feel around the guitar. Go how it feels. Get used to the feel of it, holding it. Get the feel of it. Even like before you even learn chords, just get the feel of it. You know, get the feel, how you feel. Make it an extension of you. You know, that's how I tell them that, and then they learn chords. They go, oh, chords, yeah. What chords can I learn? Because why are they what's the importance of chords? Because songs are made up of chords. Chord progressions are the backdrop of each song. All the songs that you love. That's not the opening of Smoke in the Water. Probably is. So yeah, they learn chords. Name a song, and they'll have chords. You know, cocaine. There's chords there. Song with people these days, chords. Like, I don't really know songs. The only songs I know by heart with covers are like Beatles songs and McCartney songs. What other songs do I know? Oh, like Creep. I know Creep. You know, there's a chord there, and it goes to another chord. Yeah, right. And you know that chord, and you know this chord. There's another chord, and then there's another chord in my phone. That's like four chords there, and you know and then you basically can play the song. You can play those 4 chords. There you go, learn chords, and then you learn the little bits in between when you know melodies on there. But when you play chords, it's not that easy to play melodies. Then Jimi Hendrix was pretty good at that. Then, you know, because he was the only guitar player, and then his bass and drums. So he would do this kind of try to play the chord, but also put a little. He's playing rhythm and he's playing the guitar at the same time, basically. Right, that's why we love him. He can do both at the same time. So there's some guitarists who are like even more amazing. You see those guys on YouTube. There's a lot of those guitar guys that can play very well. They can play melodies and play all these, you know, songs, and, but they probably can't write a song. But they're really good at doing the other stuff, playing other people's songs, but very well. Yeah, it's a difference between you can do, and people always get amazed when kids can do things like, you know, like. But the thing is, when you're a kid, you should be able. You have the more brain cells than you will ever have in your life, or something. You have the ability to learn quicker and stuff. Things, learn languages and stuff better than when you're an adult. So they always go, look at that kid doing that amazing stuff. It's like, yeah, he's a kid. He's got more brain cells than we do because he's a young kid. Or she. Well, then people get all amazed by that when kids can do like, oh, look, he's a prodigy. Because he's probably got taught and he's got a natural ability and he can do it. So they always get amazed by things. Or they always get amazed by when people can mimic other people. It's like you're doing the same thing they're doing. That should be easy. Now be original and make up your own song and create something of your own. And that's harder, right? Now it should be. Right. Exactly. People get amazed by just the weirdest things. It's like, why are you amazed by that? Why are you amazed that kid can do that? He's obviously got taught, and then he can mimic things. Like a parrot. Parrot can mimic things. People get amazed. Why don't they do that? Well, because they can. Mimic copying out of someone else is easy. Duh. That just makes sense, right? And then creating things is harder. If I do the same thing you do, that should be easy. Because so you do, no. I guess people don't really think about it. They have preconceived notions inside their head, but they don't really think about what they're actually thinking about, or what they believe in, or what they're doing, or why is this like that? Because they just don't. I don't know, it doesn't occur to them to do that. No one's told them to do it. No one says, well, I want you to do a little thinking. So I'll tell you, just think a little bit. Think about what you do. Think about what you do that affects other people. Obviously, the things we do affect other people. That's a good rule of thumb, right? The things you do, how does it affect other people? Should I be doing that? If I'm a smoker and I'm smoking around people, how does my smoking affect other people? Should I do it around people? Some people think so. Why? Because they don't care about how it affects other people. Because there's a lot of people like that. That's why the world is so interesting. It's full of people like that who just don't really care of how they affect other people. Maybe they think about it and go, oh, I don't really care. Or maybe they don't. Maybe they aren't even aware of that. You never know what it is, what it isn't. It's weird though. I'll look on like Twitter and I'll see, I can tell certain people just have it together, like myself. I think correctly. And a lot of people think similarly to me. I think we all think that we think correctly, right? We all I'm sure the Democrats, those extremes, those extreme political people, they all think they can think correctly as well. Yeah, but they're not. I think being open-minded is correct. You don't know what the situation is. In any situation, you gotta look at the situation and go, how do I fix this? You just don't have a rule book for any one situation fixes every other situation, how you react. It's like, no, every situations are different. That's just common sense. See, you got the people who have common sense. No. People in politics tend not to have common sense. They just go with whatever the party goes with. They're followers. They're not common sense people. They're just a bunch of followers who do whatever everybody else in their party does. That's not healthy to society. It doesn't progress us. They want to think they're progressive, but they're not. They don't progress people. They're more like Progresso soup. Their soup, Progresso soup. What flavor? Chowder, clam chowder. With Old Bay seasoning. They like to season it up and thinking that there's something special. Like, oh, look, I'm not just a regular clam chowder. I got the Old Bay seasoning already in me. I'm something special. Yeah. It's just some people they just can't get it. And they won't ever get it because they're in power, they have money, and they don't think correctly. Some people, but they have that power, so they can force others not to think correctly and be as equally Nimrodi as they are. And everybody's like, oh, but of course the people following will believe anything that the Nimrod will say, because they believe anything that the person they're following will say, because they're Nimrods. You see, what's a Nimrod? Well, it's a type of rod, but it's Nim. It's a Nimrod rod. And I could say these things, but it's not going to change the world. Now, if I was had money and powerful, then people would listen to me and go, oh, okay, maybe. And you have all those yes men who'll be like, yeah, I agree with you. I love when you have that on Twitter. Some guys say the stupidest thing, like, I don't like onions, and everybody else is like, no, me neither. Onions are the worst, man. It's like everybody comes out of the woods. I just agree with you. It's like, and then I'm always the one who goes the opposite. I love onions. I do, but I love raw onions. like red onions and white onions. I put it on my pizza. Just throw some extra onions on there, you know, on my gyro or gyros, what they call. I call it gyros. Gyros. Put it on my, my burger. Tastes good. I mean, you don't want to eat yellow onions. Yellow onions raw is like acidic. That's the kind of, you want to cook those. But they taste good when you fry them because they get nice caramelized, nice and sweet. So, yeah. It works better when you fry like a yellow onion, though. But the other ones work better raw, definitely. Yeah. Good conversation about onions. Yeah, onions.